soil will be having a depth of 2 meters. More than that, you will be having hard rock, semi-permeable rock, then impervious rock. Like that you will be having into different layers. All the places throughout the earth has some rock only, but the topmost part is not stable rock. It consists of soil. What is the difference between soil and rock? Soil is very loose, isn't it? You can plug it by your hand itself, but the rock you cannot plug it by hand. It is very hard. Who made soil? Is nature made soil. Sir, how nature is making? Nature is eroding the rocks. Slowly that eroded rocks are taken into a wind and that is deposited. That is called a sand. So who made soil? Is nature, by water erosion and wind erosion. Wind will take some rock and water also takes some rock. Have you seen when the water is moving through a cave or some place, you can see the rock is eroded in the path of water. So water takes that. So this is a good soil and this is a depleted soil and degraded soil. You should say by your visual eyes. Agricultural engineer studies in depth of that. They will be taking some sand and doing multiple number of tests and they say that this is a good soil. Like that you should know what is good soil and what is a depleted soil. Healthy soil supports crop production and regulates water, recycles nutrition by itself. But unhealthy crop does not do like that. Now, first let us understand some statistics about soil. 1490 crore hectares of land is there. In that land, how much of agricultural land is there? 840 to 500 crores. You see this, 1/3. If you divide by, you take it as 1500. You take it as 500. If you divide this, 1/3 of part is covered with agricultural land. In that degraded land means unhealthy soil, consisting of 40% of global land. That next thing, the topsoil, approximately 2400 crore tons annually are eroded due to the natural process. 2400 crore tons. And soil organic carbon, what does soil do? Soil gives protection to the agriculture. Apart from that, it stores the carbon. I told forest stores the carbon, no? All the trees will intake the carbon. And where it stores, you are getting money. After getting money, where you will put? You will have some small piggy bank, or you have some pocket, or you have some purse. Like that, forest intakes the CO2. Where it stores in the soil. So soil stores 250,000 crore tons of carbon. Atmosphere also there is carbon. When we emit the CO2 through the vehicle, some part goes to atmosphere, some part is intake by the plants and it will be stored in the soil. Food production, 95% of food comes from soil. If there is no good soil, you will be not getting a healthy food. Nutrition will be less. Carbons mostly are stored in soil. How many crores? 2400 crore tons of soil is there. Apart from soil, where you can find the carbon? Fossil fuel. Fossil fuel is nothing but carbon, no? That is how they are taking petroleum and natural gas. Does ocean carry CO2? Yes. We inhale the CO2. Sir, are you telling any story? No, this is not story, this is real. Ocean intake CO2. Do you have plants below the ocean? Beneath the depth of the ocean, you have plants. That plant will intake that. So the CO2 is being intaken by the ocean. How much? 900 only. Now atmosphere, how much of CO2 is there? 829 crore tons of CO2 is available in the atmosphere. In vegetation also you have CO2, which is 650. These are the places where the carbon is stored. Now next thing, soil has how much biodiversity? You have around 25% of biodiversity in the soil and nearly 1 crore hectares. Agricultural land is nearly 500 crore. Each and every year 1 crore hectares become degraded land due to natural process. And carbon sequestration, what do you mean by carbon sequestration? Is storing the carbon from atmosphere to soil, soil to atmosphere. This is called sequestration. This has been done 2 to 5 gigatons of CO2 annually improved by this management. Now, in India, this is a global statistics. Globally, how many crore hectares are there? You understand, in a rough 1500 crore hectares are there of land. In India, how many hectares are there? Only 33 crore hectares. In globe, how many hectares are agricultural land? 500. That is one third. 500 crore hectares are there. In India, how many crore hectares are there? 14 crore. 14 crore is nearly half of India's land is agricultural land. 14 crore hectares are there. In India, how much degraded lands are there? 9.4. That is 10. Around 10 hectares of degraded land. But in global scenario, how many degraded land is there? 40%. 600 crore hectares. In India, you have 29% of land is degraded. When you compare world, is India is having less degraded land or high degraded land? Less only. You see, in globe you have 40% degraded land. It is not used. It is unhealthy soil. But in India, how much soil is unhealthy? 29% is only unhealthy. When you compare world, it is a good scenario. Now, affected by water erosion and wind erosion, soils, alkaline, these are the effects. Sir, how the degradation is happening? Due to three things: wind erosion, water erosion, acid soils, and saline. What do you mean by saline? Salty. The soil have saltness. If more saltness there, then it will be unhealthy soil. Have you heard about soil health card? You have Aadhaar card. Agricultural people have one card. For every farmer, government is issuing a agricultural card for the farmer. For the soil, the government is giving a card. That card is known as soil health card. Early morning, if you touch the leaves, can you see the water drop in the leaves? Who has sprinkled water? Nobody will sprinkle. The water it will take from root and it leaves from the leaves. That is why all the leaves will exhale the water and exhale the oxygen. Now, what are the things it intakes? It intakes water through the roots and it exhales through the leaves. Sir, do you only need sunlight, water and air? If three things are there, then can you grow the plant? Yes, but it will not be healthy. Other nutrients are required. Sir, what are the nutrients required for a healthy plant? Primary nutrients. What are they? Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. This is called soil health card. Like this is a sample for a 2.1 acre of agriculture land. They have done the soil test. How much of nitrogen is there? You see, available nitrogen 200 kg per hectare. HA means hectare. So, what is the limited norms? What is the norms is 280 to 560 should be there. They have less. They have low nitrogen. That means that farmer will be suggested to give the fertilizer. What is fertilizer means? Fertilizer is nothing but this kind of minerals. They will be having nitrogen, they will be having phosphorus, potassium, everything is mixed in a bag which is called fertilizer. They have to sprinkle the fertilizer. Do you understand? Sir, how much fertilizer we have to sprinkle? You have to take soil health card. In potassium, sulfur, how much? Less than 10 ppm. ppm means what? Parts per million. Parts per million is very less. So, these three are major. You should have per hectare is 280, 23 and 145 kg per hectare. Which should be high? Either nitrogen, phosphorus or potassium. Which is essential for soil? Nitrogen. Nitrogen should be minimum how much? 280 kg. You have some flower box in your house. You would have that seed. You would daily water it, but the plant will not come. Horticultural place, it will come and grow like anything. Why? Because they are using this kind of nutrients for soil. So these are primary nutrients, secondary nutrients and micronutrients. These are essential for a healthy plant. If it is not there, then this soil is called what soil? Degraded soil. I told that in India you have degraded soil. These things are not there. Do you understand? You can make a soil into a rich soil by imposing this minimum content. Now, causes of poor health. Sir, who degrades the soil? First thing is called soil erosion. Sir, who is doing soil erosion? You naturally have rainfall. That rainwater naturally moves. When it is moving, it takes off all the potassium, it takes off all the nitrogen and it will move. That is the reason called soil erosion, removal of topsoil by wind or water. Next thing, excessive use of chemical fertilizer. There are two types of fertilizer. One is natural, another one is artificial. If you are using artificial fertilizers, that is the cause. Third thing is nutrient mining. Planting a corn in this field. After reaping the corn, again you are planting the corn seeds. What it will happen? It will take particular nutrient and it will be giving a fruit of corn. You are continuously seeding the same seed, in the sense all the nitrogens will be taking and potassium and phosphorus will be stagnating there. So you should recycle the crops. That is called nutrient mining. You should not put the same crop in the field. You should cycle the crops. And this is a second thing where poor health occurs. Use of pesticides. Sir, too much pesticides you are using. This is one of the thing. Mining activities are done. The next thing, over irrigation. What do you mean by over irrigation is during heavy rainfall, the agricultural land is flooded. What will happen? If flooded water is there, the plants don't have oxygen. Sir, does plants need oxygen? Yes. Top part of the plant also needs oxygen. Root also needs oxygen. Have you heard this? Sir, does root need oxygen? Yes, root also needs oxygen. If oxygen is stopped by this water, what will happen? It leads to root diseases and nutrition loss and salinity. So roots also need oxygen. If it is stopped by the water, then the root will have some disease and some problem will be there. Now, which consists of that soil will be having some white in color. That is called salinated. Salinated soil. Excess salt due to poor irrigation. Sir, why does salt or this white patches comes in a soil? Means poor irrigation. What do you mean by poor irrigation? There is no water at all in the soil, then this will become as this, and it affects the growth of the soil. Deforestation is one of the thing. Removal of plants, then it will become degraded. Overgrazing, cow, goat, these things are there. This will graze the soil and it will go. That will also make the degradation. And last one is climate change. Too much of high temperature will make the soil waterlogged. These are the causes of poor soil. Now, sir, how I can understand the soil is good soil or it is degraded? So these are the things. Structure. The soil should be like this. If you see agricultural land, crumbs, good crumb of structure should be there. It is healthy soil. If you see any soil like this, it will be not having small crumbs. It will be having large crumbs. A hard strata. If you are pressing by hand, it will not crumble quickly. It will be very hard. That is called a degraded soil. Massive structure, lots of clots. It is a poor soil. If it is small, breaks easily, then it is called a healthy soil. This is by structure. Sir, by looking into the surface, can we say that it is a good soil? Yes. If the surface is having no crust, you go to the each and every plant and see, when the seed is germinating, there will be no cracks there. If there is cracks, that is a unhealthy soil. You see, a surface crusting created by hard layers. If any plant is germinating here, you can find cracks. This is a poor soil. And if you don't find any surface crusting, that is a healthy soil. Now you have a look around your place. Do you have healthy soil or not? You can differentiate now. In your college itself, you can see. Go to your garden and you see, is it healthy or not? Next thing, the surface compaction. The roots can penetrate easily. When the soil is loose, the roots can penetrate easily and take the minerals or water. If the roots are very strong, the hard layers will be tight, the roots cannot grow. That is why the plant cannot grow in the height. You see, the plants grow quickly there, the plants cannot grow. Why? Because the root will not allow. It will be very hard. That is the reason. Subsoil compaction. Next thing, internal drainage. Internal drainage means you pour water in good soil, immediately the water will absorb. It is called a good soil. If you pour some water, the water will not absorb, will be staying in for a long period in a ponding. This is called a bad soil. Next one, soil water holding capacity. Sir, how much water holds a soil? You have 1 kg of soil, you pour 8 liters of water, it can hold. That is called a good soil. If you have a bad soil, if you pour water, it cannot hold, it will run off. It is called a bad soil. A good soil holds 8 times of the weight of water. That is called a good soil. That is the difference. It can hold, it cannot hold, definitely it will run off. This is one of the things. Run off water and infiltrates. Next thing is called fertility. Fertility status is, I told, the soil health card. If soil health card is good, it is called good soil. If soil health is not good, it is called a poor soil. Organic matters are at high level. In a soil, you can see decayed plants or organic matters in the soil, it is called good. There is no organic matter is there, it is called malnutrition. Soil pH, sir, how much the pH should be there? Around 4 to 10, it is a good soil. If it is not like this, if it is 7 is the midpoint, too low and too high, it is a poor soil. Soil health should be exactly 7, that is a good soil. If it is going 4 or below that, it is a unhealthy, or 10 or above that, it is unhealthy. Then soil electrical conductivity, EC. Sir, does soil conducts electricity? Yes, soil conducts electricity. That electrical conductivity, if it is too high, that means the soil in future it will have white salt. I told no, in soil you have salty white color. That is called, if EC is too high, will injure the plant growth, and you can see that white color. If soil conductivity is less, the salt will not be high. Is salt a good conductor? Yes, salt is a good conductor. If soil biology, more earthworms will be there. Here you don't have much earthworm, and if you visit a soil place, you will be having some earthy smell. That is a good soil. If even though the water is there, you don't have any smell in the soil, then it is called a poor soil, a swampy, stagnant smell. So this is the difference. And reduced decomposition, here you will be having high decomposition. If plants are uniform, then it is called plant vigor. Plant vigor means all the plants are uniform, that is called a good soil. You will be not having a uniform plant. One plant will be growing high, one plant will be growing less. Have you seen in agricultural land, a good agriculture, when you are visiting that farming place, all the trees will be in same level, equal amount of fruits. It is called uniformity in growth. Next thing is seed germination. What do you mean by this? All the seeds are germinating. It is called good seed germination. Here you cannot see, even though you sprinkle the seeds, it will not germinate. Only few will germinate. This is called a poor soil. Now, by this class, you would have understood what is a healthy soil and what is poor soil.